Hey you guys, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hi when you jump on. Hit that heart button for me to let me know that you're here and that you're watching. And when you guys jump on, be sure that you type in our keyword for tonight to get the supply list for all the things that I'm using, because you're going to want to get this. You're definitely going to want to get this. You're going to want to use this yourself. Tonight we are going to make an awesome gift for my daughter. Because she is a bookworm, y'all. She loves to read so much. And we've got some special stuff that I can absolutely use to make something special for her. Hey, Wendy and Darlene. Hey, Maxine and Mary. Hello to all my friends as you guys are jumping on. Hi, Ray. Hello, Shannon. Hi, Mary. Hi, Dottie. Hi, Ada. Oh, my gosh. They went so fast. Hi, Crystal and Kelly. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Hi, Creations by J and J. Thank you for joining me today. J.A. Murray, Kathy Colvin, Dottie. How is everybody tonight? Hi, Paulette and Pam and Cassie. Wow, you guys jump on here fast, and I can't even say hello to everybody anymore. I love it. So thank you guys all so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get that keyword pulled up here real quick, and then you can type it in there. Come on. I always have to wait for it to load, though. This is why so many other designers do this afterwards, but if I don't do it now, I will forget, and then you guys will randomly get messages from me every time you send me a comment. All right, the keyword for tonight is book, B-O-O-K. Put book in the comments for me. Let me know that you guys are watching. Thank you so much for sprinkling. So you guys, we came out with a new line not long ago of resin projects. And I'll be quite honest with you, when we first introduced resin, I was like, I don't know about resin. I was scared, y'all. I was really scared. But after ChalkCon this year, I really feel like I've got a good hang of this. And I cannot wait to do this project with you guys tonight, because maybe some of you, like me, are a little bit scared of the resin projects. Maybe after this tutorial, you guys will become a little bit more comfortable, and you might want to do these too. So, I'm already losing my stuff. Tonight, we're making some adorable bookmarks. Hello, everybody. This is our bookmark mold, okay? And it comes with enough compartments to make 5 bookmarks at a time, which is fantastic because, well, if you're somebody who goes to vendor events and you make stuff and you sell stuff, this would be a perfect thing that you can do. And making 5 of them at a time, you guys, sell them for, I don't know, $6 or $7 each, because they're made by you, or maybe even more than that. And then make a bunch of money. Oh my gosh, you love doing resin. Awesome. All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to use UV resin tonight. With UV resin, you're going to need a UV flashlight. Now, I thought I had 2 of these babies. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I thought I had 2 UV flashlights. And if I do, and I can find the other one, I want to use them both. Maybe I just can only find the one. Let's make sure that this one works. Okay, it does. You'd say $5. I think it depends on how much you put in it. I think it depends on how much you do when you do it. Apparently, I can only find one of my flashlights right now. Don't know what I did with the other one, but that's okay. Hey, Diane. Hi, Connie. So this is our UV resin. It comes in a container just like this. When you open it up, you are going to get a big old bottle of some UV resin, okay? And I can tell you right now that with this project, there are some different ways that I want to do this that are kind of going to give you an idea of how to do them in a couple of different ways, okay? So, now I'm already losing my train of thought. Alrighty. So what you need to think about is the fact that this right here, this part, hello everybody, is the front of your bookmark. However, our transfers are only made to go one way, and to me they go backwards. And that if these were printed in reverse, it would have been even better, but they're not. Ruth says, I'm afraid to try this. Don't be afraid to try it, girl. We're going to do it together. So there are 2 different transfers that you can use with the bookmarks. One of them is a more religious one. I'm the vine, you're the branches, John 15:5. Every good gift comes from above, James 1:17. Grow in grace and spirit, lead me. So stinking pretty. These are the religious ones. And then the ones that I'm going to use tonight, because it's for my daughter, like I said, has got one that looks like the stamp. You guys know the stamp from the old-fashioned books when you go to the library and they check your books out. It's like the bookmark stamp. This one says, so many books, so little time. And this one says, definitely not smut. And at the bottom, sleep is good, but books are better. Okay, so this is the one we're going to use tonight for this project. And we're going to actually work in stages today, in different stages on this, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and just open up my UV resin, and I'm going to put my gloves on, y'all, because when you're using resin, you should always put on some gloves. If you have breathing problems, then use a respirator too, even though the UV stuff is not very potent at all, okay? Hello, Missy. But wear gloves with it just to protect your hands. Here we go. I got me some gloves from Hobby Lobby, y'all. Hi, Tanya. Small box just to keep right in here. You bought folding, what are folding hands? I don't know what folding hands are. All right, so we're going to start off just by putting a small layer, and I do mean a small layer of resin right in the bottom. And you guys, I'm going to use my silicone brushes. You guys know I use these for doing projects and as a mini squeegee. But you can also use silicone brushes with your resin. And I'm just going to move this around. I might need a bit more until I have a thin coat of resin lining the entire bottom of this bookmarker. Hi, Mindy. How are you doing? Hey, Christine. I'm getting some air pockets in here, so I still don't have enough. But I don't want it to cover the entire mold at this point in time. I just want to get a thin, thin, thin layer on here, spread evenly throughout the entire thing. Goodness, it's pooling to one side because my mat's not flat. That's what's happening to me. I have worked my mat, y'all. Hi, Kim. All right, just so that I don't accidentally set this thing down on anything else, I'm going to go ahead and remove my mat that I normally have on my table because I've warped it from blow drying stuff on there. And so my bookmarks are not sitting flat, and it's because of this mat that's right here. So let's get this out of the way so that this lays completely flat, and I can make sure that that resin doesn't pool in one side more than it will in another side. Oh, I still have tape on my table too. Look at that, you guys. Dried flowers to put in mind. You need a level board. I definitely need it to be level. The tape is from doing videos, y'all. All right, my table should be level. My table should be nice and level. But I know that that mat is quite warped. All right, and we're going to do, let's start off doing just 2 of them. I might only do 2 tonight. Just because it is some work to get them done. Hi, Lena. You donated a bunch of your books to a senior center. That's a great place to take extra books, too. All right, so I've got a thin coat in there, a thin layer here, and I've covered the entire thing. And like I said, we're going to work in stages tonight. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, hi Stephanie, and I'm going to set this layer of resin. Okay, just using my UV flashlight. I'm probably not going to set it completely. Yes, I do. I put contact paper on my workbench because I think it's prettier. So you're normally going to go about 5 minutes per layer. I'm not going to do quite that much on this first layer because we are going to press some pressed flowers in there. Is it caustic to your skin? Is that why you wear gloves? I wear gloves because it says to. I didn't ask the why. I didn't ask the why. I just do it because it says to. All right, so I've just barely set that a little bit, not completely set yet. And then I do have a bunch of pressed flowers that we're going to use in this. Like I said, this is for my daughter. You guys type in book if you like the pressed flowers too. The link to these is in Amazon, and it's in there with it's right in there with that cart link for all the other stuff. Okay, everything has got a link tonight that I'm using. Everything. Yeah, go figure. That thing has a rip spot, but you know it's not going to rip on me. It's not going to rip for me. So these are pressed flowers. My daughter's favorite color is purple. So we're going to go ahead and get out the purple ones first. And I'm going to lay this right in here. Why am I taking off my gloves? Just leave them on, Laura. Just leave them on because I don't like to wear gloves. That's why. And then I'm going to use a pair of tweezers and just pick out the flowers that I want, and we're going to tweeze them and just stick them right into this mold, okay? So let's see which ones will fit. That's going to be pretty. But remember, I want the front ones on there first. So just pinching and grabbing, oops, the ones I want, and we're laying them face down. In the bookmark mold. Now I didn't cure it completely so that this will stick a little bit to it. I do want it to stick in there. Hard to get off your hands, plus as it dries it gets warm as it's, oh, thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Pam. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more resin here just to get these to stick a little better down in there. All right, let's take this one here. Will it fit? It won't fit. Let's find one that will. I'm going to break that piece off of there because I do like this a lot. Okay. And maybe we'll add just a couple more little bitty ones. Right in here. You can make it however you want to. Use as much or as little as you want. I think that that looks good. Can you add a tint? Yes, you can definitely add a tint to the resin using mica powder, or you can use our paste as well to add a tint to the resin. With the UV resin, that's a little bit harder to do than it is with the other stuff, but you could definitely put some into a cup and then tint it. But I'm going to show you a different way to do this as well. All right, I like these little leaf pieces too, so we're going to throw some leaves in here. And you guys, I'm not lifting this up to see what it's going to look like from the back side. So we're just going to go with it and hope for the best. But I think it's going to be gorgeous. All right, so that one's good. I'm going to grab a different color now. And we're going to do the other mold the same way with a different color. I'm not going to be able to get that back in there, am I? Probably not. Hello, everybody. Try to clean up as I go, but man, sometimes it just doesn't work out for me. This is when I need to recruit my kids to clean up after me. All right, so then I've got some other ones that are this gorgeous white color. Yes, trust the process, you guys. They're white and they're cream. And this came with like, I don't know, 12 different packs of dried flowers, and they're all so pretty. So incredibly pretty. So doing that first layer and letting that cure a little bit is going to give us some distance between the flowers and the front so that they don't start to pop out if we start to, or when we start to push them down into the resin. All right, we're going to put a little bit more in here just so that they stick. Book is the key word, y'all. Type book in the comments. And we're going to go the smaller ones, and then we're going to go some bigger ones. Ooh, remember, the ones that you want in the front are the ones you want to put down first. I can't decide. There are so many pretty ones. That one's going to fit. Awesome. All right, let's get some. Let's see if we can put this big leafy piece in here. Oh, that might have been a mistake. It doesn't want to fit in there very well. I think I got it though. Just had to push down a little harder. Okay. And just trust the process, y'all. All right, I think we've got as much as we can get there of that. All right, there we go. We've got some gorgeous ones. Prayers for your husband. Oh, Tammy, I'm so sorry. Oh, honey, definitely we'll be praying for your husband tonight. He can beat it, though. He can beat it. Stay positive. Positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. All right, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another layer of the UV resin on here right now, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to cure this really, really well. And I might have to grab a second bottle, but remember, neither of my bottles were full when I started. Neither of them were full. All right, so just spreading that out again. Making sure that I've got all those flowers covered. And using my tool to do what I need to do to spread it around there. And this should be self-leveling too, you guys. It's self-leveling resin. So you shouldn't have to do much to get it to stay level, okay? Oh, I hope this turns out as pretty as I envision it. All right, we've got our second layer in there. Now we're going to really, really set this. using that UV light. And it might take a little bit of time. We're going to do both the back side and the front side of this, okay? Now there's a couple of different ways that we're going to finish this piece off, and I'm going to show you guys 2 different ways to do it. This is why I wish I could find my second light. It's around here somewhere. And 2 lights would make this go a lot faster than just 1. I just don't remember where I put it. You bought a big bottle of the UV resin? I probably should. I could see myself doing a lot of projects like this. So we're going to, and it does, you guys, as you're curing it, I feel like it does let off a little bit more of an odor. It's around here. I just don't know where around here. I have so much stuff around here, you guys. So much stuff. You guys are so awesome sending all the prayers. I so appreciate that. The light needs to be extra bright. I know some designers are actually getting... Oh, thanks, Darlene. Some designers have actually got the it's like the nail thing that you put your nails under. To set your UV paint. I'm still looking and I do not know where the other one is. So you usually have to hold the light on there for about 4 minutes. 3 to 4 minutes for it to not be tacky and to be completely set. I'm going to use my tweezers. It's setting, but it's still like right there. It's definitely not set right there. The resin bottle is, each one has got 60 grams. It doesn't have ounces, it goes by grams. Whatever that means. But it's enough to do quite a few projects. All right, I got the back side of this done. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. And I'm going to UV light the other side of this just to make sure that I have got this nice and done on both sides, okay? That UV light should work. 0.35 ounce in a bottle. Is that what the, that sounds more right. Lena, I think you've got it right. 60 grams equals 2.21 ounces. That sounds more right than 0.035 ounces. All right, so for one of these, they are a little warm to the touch, you guys. Oh, and this one's still not. I've still got bubbles in there, and it's soft. Come on, baby. I'm going to set that right on there for a second. Oh my gosh. Where could I put my other light? I bet I just found it. There it is. It was still in a box. I feel that my batteries might be going dead. It does not seem like it's as dark as bright as it should be. A little more than 2 ounces. Okay. Will the light cure the resin through the mold? Yes. And if you don't like air bubbles and you get any air bubbles in there, you can spray alcohol. No, alcohol on it. Not tequila. But I do have a couple of air bubbles in here that I can see. All right. Oh, thank you, Diane. Let's see if that cured it. Still not completely. My bubbles are moving. This one feels good. All right. Hi, Dale. All right, you guys. So what I want to do is I actually want to do the transfer in 2 different ways on here. This one right here is completely good. This one right here is not quite. So we're going to pull this first one out. No, it's still tacky on the bottom. Oh, no! Some blocks to set the light on. You guys. I think my batteries are going. Darn it. It wasn't ready. Don't waste tequila. 91% alcohol or higher. Thank you, Sherry. What is it called? It's just alcohol. It's isopropyl alcohol. Is that what it's called? Did I say it right? I don't know if I even said it right. The cleaning alcohol, you guys. I thought they were good. These are going to turn out beautiful, though, just so you guys know. But the purple one, we're going to flip it over once it's cured. For sure cured. There we go. You guys, here it is so far. Isn't that beautiful? Like, there it is just so far. And so far, I think it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to leave my lights on this one right here real quick. And we're going to work. After you put the resin on, and then it'll cause all of those, it'll cause all the bubbles to come out. All right, so you guys, this is, I mean, you could be good just like that and have this really cute bookmarker, but we've got the transfer, right? So now that this one is, what is that? Oh, it's just a piece of something that was on the board. Since we've got the transfer, yeah, I agree, Nancy. I like that one too, but I have a hard time like actually thinking ahead that far. I should just pour out all my molds and just like get a base coat and let them go, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to fuzz this up really well with our fuzzing cloth. And I'm going to grab out, gosh, that one little piece of flour is sticking to my glove or something. I'm going to grab out some of my chalk paste. And I'm going to do the one that says, so many books, so little time. And line it right up on there. And I'm actually going to chalk right on top of that bookmark, okay? And then we're going to seal it. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that. All right. So I'm going to use for this one right here, what color did I pick? I picked green. The new ivy color because of the greenery. And I think that this is going to go really, really well together, hopefully. So So now that I've got this on here, I've taken it out and I've flipped it over. The front side is up, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to chalk my chalk paste right on top of that resin. And you can cut these apart if you want to. And when you pull it up, you guys, look how cute this is. Can you see it? So many books, so little time. I think that's so stinking cute. But I also kind of think that it's hard to see. So let's give this a background, okay? All right. You can see it, but it's kind of hard to see a little bit. I'm just going to hang that right there because we're going to use this again. Let's dry this up. Oh, once it dried, you can see it even better. Thank you. Once it dried, you can see it a little bit better. But I want this. You guys, I think I overdid the resin. Is that possible? It turned some of my flowers white. All right, so what I'm going to do now that I've got my chalk paste on here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put resin back in my mold again for this one. Right down here in the bottom. Another layer. A thin layer. We're doing bookmarkers tonight with our resin. Making sure that that's all filled in, all nice and colored. No, or covered. No air bubbles in there. And just spread that around to have a good thin coat. Covering the entire thing, okay? The key word is book. And now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to drop it right back in there. And press it right down into that resin. Oh, I have a big air bubble there though. I created a big air bubble for myself, you guys. Let's see if we can get that out with something. This is why you wear gloves. See, I'm playing around. I have several big air bubbles in there after doing that. See, I'm still not used to resin either. I laid it chalk side down. Can I use my heat tool? Maybe. It's really not getting under there and getting those bubbles out though. Oh well, mine's not gonna put, could you have put the mold back in and covered it with, yes. Yes, I probably could have. Yes, I could have. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but yes. You guys, I could have put it face up. Well, but I didn't. Y'all, I just pressed it and a bubble came out. Let's press it down in there. Get the air bubbles out. And just let it refill on the top. That's working out for me. But I have resin all over my hands. See, you guys, I just come on here and I do stuff without even having tried it a whole lot. Yes, I just pushed down on it really hard. And all of those air bubbles popped. And more resin came up on the top. So let's just add a little bit more to the top. Fill in this whole bookmarker thing. And we're going to set it one more time. Now it's got the top and the bottom. And it's full. Okay. Pop. I got it. I actually popped it when I put it down. When I pushed down on it, it popped. So I think this is going to work out really well. The slate rose paste is retired, and it has been retired for quite some time. Yes. All right. You guys, we're going to get this. We're going to get this. Thank you, Holly. And thank you. She says it's fun to learn with you. That's right, because we're learning together because I don't know what I'm doing. I just pretend like I do. And I'm like, hey, come mess this up with me and learn what not to do so you know what not to do. We'll see how it turns out, though. I feel like I need to have one of my kids bring me some more batteries, though, because I think that these things are almost dead. But I think it's going to be gorgeous. Hi, Kathleen. And now my mold is full. Full, full, full. So I don't think that I'll be able to do anything else with it unless I just paint the back side of it, which you could totally do. If you want to have the back side of it a different color, you could paint it. We're going to do that with the next one. I know. Fake it till you make it, Lynn. That's how I've gotten as far as I've gotten in chalk. That's totally been my motto for the last 4 years. Pretend and hope nobody notices. But these things are getting duller by the moment. Oh, thanks, Corey. Let me see if I can't get my kid. Evan! Please come here. Because I asked you to, that's why. Why, Mom? I had to check, you guys. The lights take... Exactly, Darlene. You're so right. You guys learn as I learn. Can you go in the battery drawer and get me 6 AA batteries? Please. You found it in paste packets? That's good, though. That's good. Except the paste packets are a lot smaller. All right, you guys. This is why we're only going to do 2 tonight. The next one's going to be my daughter's favorite, though, I promise.
I got
John's not sleeping yet. You got me 6 of them?
Yes.
You are such a good helper, buddy.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. I love you. Can
Yeah,
you say hi to everybody?
Hello and bye.
Let's see if this makes a difference, you guys, if we change the battery. Close my door.
Close it yourself.
I will not close it myself. Let's see if it makes a difference. Hopefully it will. Thanks, Ruth. John's not quite sleeping yet, but he is in bed, and he's been in bed for an hour watching television. That seemed to make no change whatsoever. Are they supposed to be just that? Maybe it's a little bit brighter. Maybe a little bit. All right, let's see if the top part of that is hard now. We can work on the other one. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So the light, this particular resin works with UV light. So that's what makes it hard. Without the UV light, it won't set. It won't set at all. And then I keep touching my nose with my gloves. All right, you guys. So this one right here is set. This one right here is set now enough that I can, it's set enough that I can actually do this one without worry, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab that transfer back here. And this might seem a little bit crazy to you guys. Let me get my paste ready first. We're going to use black velvet paste, okay? Black velvet paste. I already fuzzed my transfer. And I'm going to transfer through the sticky side of my transfer. Okay? Y'all, you can do that. So I'm going to put this piece right here on top of that resin, upside down, sticky side of my transfer up. Because remember, the bottom of this is the top. So in order to be able to do it like this when it's still in your mold, you're going to want to do it sticky side up on your chalk paste, okay? Trust the process. This will turn out gorgeous. And I'm just going to grab some black velvet chalk paste. I'm going to hold this down as tight as I can. And we're just going to chalk right on the resin. I wish I didn't have gloves on though. Trust the process, y'all. Remember, it's an old bookmark stamp. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let's see. Because otherwise it'll be backwards. If you don't chalk through the sticky side, then it'll be backwards. I want to look at it, you guys. It definitely smudged. But I still think that I'll like it. It smudged quite a bit, but I think that I'm going to like it anyway. It's the only way to make it so it's not backwards, though. If you're doing it inside here. You got my gloves kept sticking to it. I should have taken my gloves off just to do the transfer part and then put them back on. Because it kept moving on me every single time my glove touched it and stuck to my glove. But it's okay. It's okay, you guys. Yes, it makes it look really old. It sure does. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dry this paste right on here. And then I don't want to wipe it off and start again, Carol, but you could. You could. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. Remember, it's a back layer too. All right, now we're going to take some of our vanilla paste and I'm going to paint right over top of this. Y'all, trust the process, okay? Just trust the process. We're doing multiple layers tonight. Remember, we're going front to back. Front to back. And I don't want to overwork my paste either, because if I do, I could smudge those letters even more. Trust the process. Wait till I pull it out. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be gorgeous. Okay, vanilla paste as our last layer. All right. Oh, that's a good idea, Lorraine. I could have used transfer tape to tape it down. That probably would have been a really good idea. Oh, no. I do that all the time. Don't go anywhere yet, though, because we're going to dry this up real quick. We're going to put another layer of resin on top of this. Completely cure both of them and then pull them out and see how they look, okay? And I could have done 5 at a time, but I'm kind of playing around right now just to see what I can make happen. So there's a layer of chalk paste. You could also do mica powder or anything else that you want on the back there. I'm just working with what I've got. And then one more layer of resin on the back side of this. And this should fill in the rest of that mold. All of the cracks, the nooks and crannies. Because remember, this is the back of our bookmark. A little bit more right there. All right, all we got to do is cure it now, y'all. That's it. This is a silicone brush from Amazon. They're the same ones that I use for my chalk paste when I'm doing detail work. But you can use silicone with resin and it's not going to mess up your resin. Or your brush, for that matter. Okay, so it did go brighter. Maybe it was just tired of all my steps. That one's definitely brighter than this one, for sure. Without a doubt. But I think using both of them at the same time is definitely going to help. All right, y'all. This is the boring part. I know. I know. Waiting for the resin to cure. But that's the only way to make it cure. Is with the UV lights. Book is the keyword, you guys. Type in book. Resin's not hard, and I'm really playing with it tonight. We could have just done the flowers in the middle and then chalked on the top of it and been done. Honest to goodness. We could have done that. It's already getting hard. No dirty jokes, you guys. Book is the keyword. All right, y'all. Let's see here. I think that this one is probably officially completely done. The one we just did. It's warm. This other one, though, I think that I might want to flip it over and put the lights on the other side before I even try to pull it up. Lynn! Oh, Lisa Marie, yes! On this page, our mind goes there. I know you guys. Because I'm the same way. All right, let's see, you guys. Let's pop this one out of here. Well, I would say, I think that that turned out pretty darn cute. Smudged paste and all on the back. I love the layers. It's still a little bit wonky just because it's still warm, but look at how stinking adorable that is. With all the different layers in there. Isn't that awesome? All right, let's see if we can flip this one over and just do this for a second. I think she's going to love that. And you could do anything you want to with the back of it. Obviously, I painted that one white just to really make that stand out. And even though my chalk paste, my transfer kind of smudged, I still think that it looks amazing. I still think it looks absolutely amazing. So I can take my gloves off now. I'm done with the resin. Thank you. So you guys, in addition to this, I also went on Amazon a while ago and I got these bookmarker these bookmarker tassels. And I think a black one is going to go really, really well with this one if I can find a black one. Right there is a black one. And you get so many of these in a pack, and it's only like $6 for the pack, you guys, with all these bookmarkers, or bookmark tassels. And then all you got to do is just feed it right through there. Go figure. Go figure. I couldn't feed it right through there. And loop it around itself, and you guys, look how stinking cute that is. The smudge almost looks intentional, doesn't it? Yes, it does. I'm going to have to cure this one a little bit more because it is still a little bit sticky. But I think these are amazing. I think that these would definitely sell for like $6 a bookmark. For sure. As a resin bookmark, for sure. at a vendor event. All right, let's pop out our other one and see what happened with it. Remember, we had some bubblage in the front, and I tried to just press it down. And you guys, it's sealed, so now that's not going to scratch off of there. And there's our other one without the color in the background. And you can do whatever colors you want to. So many books, so little time. I think that that's so stinking cute. Daughter's going to love that one as well. Let's put a purple book, or a purple one on this one. I have a darker shade of purple one. I may make some, oh, that one does not go at all. That's horrible. Maybe the lighter one will go better. I think it might. Oh, yeah. So this right here, also available on Amazon. They come in a pack of several. I don't even know how many come in a pack. I had an extra pack around here somewhere. But it's a bead threader. And it just, you put it through there and then it has an opening. Put that through the opening and it'll pull right back through. But you guys, I think that they're gorgeous. And I don't think that they were that hard to make. I was messy. But so stinking cute. If I could have just walked away and let it just completely cure between each step, would have been even better. Or you can use the other resin for it. But, you guys, which one is your favorite? Do you like the purple tassel one better, or do you like the black tassel one better? I feel like I could make these all day. I could make these all day, for sure. Which one do you guys like better? Let me know in the comments. Book is the keyword, you guys. You can make a ton of these for friends, for family. Linda, my nails are not perfect. It's camera fake. You guys like the black one, the purple one? The black one? The black one? I like the black one the best too. Honest to goodness. The black is your favorite? The purple one? It looks better in person. I feel like my lights are making it to where you guys can't see this one as well. But, so stinking cute. All right, you guys. That's the project for tonight. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. We'll start trying the resin because it's really fun once you get to know how to do it. And this little tutorial, I think, that, you guys, there's not even a big bubble in there. I was able to push that out. And now we've got a coat of resin on the top, so that's not going to scratch off of there at all. And they both turned out absolutely gorgeous. All right, you guys, that's our project for tonight. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope you guys will play around with the resin. Book is the keyword for tonight. Type that in the comments. Get the supply list. And I'll be back to show you guys something else tomorrow. All right, you guys, have a good night. Love you all so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.